now then. Ooh.
Hey, it's Vas here from Aussie Playground, and just before we get stuck into the running video of the Zombie 8E, I wanted to show you the modifications that I've done since I ran it dead stock. So the first thing I wanted to change on the car was the oil in the shocks, and I opted for 2000 CST in the front and 3000 CST in the rear. However, I will say that the 3000 in the rear is a little bit heavy. It feels as though that the suspension feels a little bit stiff now. I may opt to put 2000 in the rear as well. And hopefully that will make suspension travel a little bit more pleasant. It's definitely a little bit nicer in the front, it's a bit more plush, but in the back it just feels a little bit stiff, so I may swap that out. Now, a couple of other things I've changed underneath the bonnet, and you can see that the body here has actually had a bit of a crack, and you'll notice this during the running video as well. The other thing I changed was I changed the position of the ESC and mounted it up the top here. Now the car did have a tendency to go nose up after every jump, so moving the ESC to the front kind of gave it a little bit more nose weight, which is what I wanted anyway. And the reason that I did that, not so much for the weight bias of the car, but also the space that they've allocated for the ESC back here. That ESC is too big and it doesn't actually fit. When I finished my first run, the ESC was only hanging on to the double-sided tape by a little bit on the corner, and this was all dirty and had gravel all over it and everything. So I put some fresh tape on the ESC, went to mount it back down, and realized that it doesn't actually fit in this space. It hits the plastic border that you see along here, along the chassis, not just that, but there's also a kick-up on the edge of the chassis here, which is pretty standard for these types of cars to obviously add a little bit of stiffness to the chassis. Well, the ESC doesn't actually fit flat on here, so it was never mounted on the car correctly, and although they have allocated a spot for it, it doesn't actually fit. So putting it towards the front here sits a lot nicer. It's up out of the way as well, and I did have a zip tie on here which is broken off, so I'll need to put another one on there. And of course I've got my on and off switch just here, and when you switch the car on, you switch it forward, otherwise it'll turn off after every landing. Turning the car around, there's a couple more changes here. As you can see, I've changed out the battery straps, so these are actually going underneath the battery trays. I did have to remove the battery trays and screw them back on and wedge the straps in position underneath. And they're not going anywhere. They hold my 4S batteries beautifully now. The other thing I changed was, of course, the steering servo, and I've opted for this one, which is a JX servo that I also got from Banggood. These I think I got in like a pack of 4. Really affordable servos. Low voltage servo though, not a high voltage servo, and at 6 volts it's got over 20 kilograms of torque, which is more than enough for this car. So I'll leave you now with the running footage of the Zombie 8E with these modifications. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and as always, check out the video description for more information on the car, as well as a link to the servo that I used, and of course a link to my Facebook page. Thank you again, and I'll speak to you next time.
Alrighty. Ooh, brakes are a little strong. Suspension much better. Servo much better. Wow, brakes are really strong. What? Oh, I gotta turn down the brakes because that's like ridiculous. It's doing endos when I hit the brakes, and I'm not even hitting them that hard. So as I said, we've got 2000 CST in the front, 3000 in the rear for the shocks. And oh no, oh, gotta go get it. Okay, continuing. I've got a lot more steering. That's one thing I'm noticing straight away. It jumps a lot better, so that's another positive. It is a little bouncy, but I think that spring rate, maybe what I'll do, I'll lift the collars up on the shocks a little bit and just see if that eases the bounce. Just as I was adjusting the shocks, look what I found. This body is made out of that real stiff, I don't know, PVC plastic stuff. It's not proper Lexan, because Lexan doesn't snap off like this. Not most Lexan bodies that I've seen in the past, so yeah, I don't hold much hope for it. Anyway, I've adjusted my shock collars a little bit, so I've raised them up, both front and rear. Let's see how we go. Okay. Well, straight away I can notice it's sagging a bit more in the back. I can't believe the brakes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I missed the jump completely. Turn it around. Come on. Let's see if we can get a clean lap in. Easy on the brakes. Wow, brakes are really aggressive. I think they come standard at 50%. That's their setting, but I might have to turn them down to like 25. Just seems to be very aggressive. Alright, seems to be absorbing the bumps a little bit easier, a little bit better. And so far so good, it's holding up. I can see that the tyres are the main problem now, actually. Where before they were actually quite good, I think now they're not terrible, don't get me wrong, like they're not throwaways or anything like that, but now that I have tuned a bit of everything else, I can see the tyres are slipping a little bit more. Ooh, hit a massive rock there. Alright, I think we've seen enough. Let's go jump it, let's go jump it. Let's go jump it. Oh, good fun, good fun. Yeah, see, it doesn't go nose up no more. How about that? Nice and even. Oh, 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 come on. Yes, come on. Very good, very good. Now it's jumping a lot better, which I kind of picked up on earlier, but certainly more evident here. And you can see that it doesn't have that after bounce that much anymore. So, oh, that was entirely my fault. Sorry, DHK. Sorry, Mr. Zombie. The brakes are really strong on this. They come on way too hard. So it's absorbing the landings a lot better. I'm much liking this setup. Oof. That could have gone any which way. That was good. Alright, one more jump and then we'll go around the bend before the battery dies on us. Oh my god! These brakes! These brakes! Ooh, doesn't sound good, does it? Alright, let's keep it going. Let's see how it runs now. Around here. This is not going well today. Alright. I guess with all these tumbles on the plus side, I can say that at least it's surviving. So that's a positive. Yeah, tyres I think are letting it down now. Oh, LVC. I'm only running a small 4000 milliamp battery in there. And, well, that's all she wrote. So, we haven't finished our run. I've got to go swap batteries. Back in a sec. Okay, we're back. Fresh battery, let's go. Interesting, it went nose up. Here's the thing, the last pack I had was a 4000 milliamp. This one's 5800 milliamp, which is heavier, and it went nose up, although it only done it once then. So this is when an experiment. Yeah, nah, I think it was only the one time. Must have just been the way I hit that jump. Oh, too much fun. See, it hit something as it came off the jump then, and it lifted the nose up. That was interesting as well. There you go, jump's beautiful. Okay, okay. Let's go on the big jump. One thing I haven't commented too much on so far has been the servo. The servo is actually pretty decent, I have to say. I mean, for the money that it is, which is pretty cheap. Sorry, that's just funny to me. I don't know why. Just fun. You gotta love it. But yeah, for the money that it is, the servo is actually doing a pretty good job. I'm pretty impressed with that. Oh, jeez, I tell you, that only just made it. I thought that could have been bad. Thought that was going to be bad. Needs more gearing now. The suspension. Oh. Wow. The suspension, these brakes, I gotta fix these brakes. These brakes are a disaster. They're way too strong. But yeah, the suspension is causing the car to jump straighter. So its inertia is not, you know, its tendency is to stay fairly level. It's not to tip up. Where before it was a lot easier to backflip, now it's actually harder. But of course, you know, the trade-off there is it handles a lot better. I love how it just went through the way and went like it was on idle. It was great. See, around here the tyres, I don't really see a lacking in tyres, but around the bend I do. I love that. Oh, yeah, keep it going. Up the hill. Why not? And again. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just fun to me. I love testing out these things and just having some fun with them. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Just having fun with these cars. I love it. It's got good power, good power. Look at that. And it keeps it going. Why not? Oh god. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's way too much fun. Oh, I was trying to pop a wheelie again. Ooh. Ooh, you. I tell you what, this thing's taking a beating. I would have thought by now something would have broken or come off. I mean, it's cartwheeled, it's landed awkwardly, it's backflipped, it's jumped big. It's done it all, and it keeps on going. I mean, it has its flaws, no doubt. Every RC does, but this is definitely impressive for durability. I'm not happy with the body though. That body cracking like that, that's not good. I think the battery's losing its punch. It can't pop wheelies no more unless you do it on the rebound like that. Oh, that's way too much fun. Alright. Yeah, come on. Couple more jumps and we'll pack it up. I think we've seen enough of this guy. Whoa, big jump. Yeah, you get it on the rebound and it just pops wheelies. Here he goes. Up the hill. Oh, that's way too much fun. Oh no! No. Oh, come on. Alrighty. Let's go from this side, shall we? Don't usually get to drive it from this side. Oh. Okay, come on. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we'll finish up the video here. Now, my initial thoughts of this car so far has been that, you know, it's a bit of a mess when you get it out of the box. Suspension's off, the servo's a bit too weak, the on and off switch is a problem. Running on 4S will, you know, be a bit tricky because you've got to find batteries that fit in that quite restricting battery tray, and the battery tray itself certainly isn't the strongest. It has its flaws, like every other RC, you know, it has its flaws. Whether you can be bothered overcoming them, whether you think that they are important or not, whether you find remedies for them quite easily and cheaply, that's entirely up to you. But as far as I can see, you know, driving this thing around for a few packs now, having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a lot of fun to drive. It's quite tough, with the exception of the body breaking down the corner there. It's actually taken a few hits today and it just keeps on ticking, which was a similar story with the DHK Hunter, and I was expecting similar results here, and I'm glad I got those results just the same. So tires are good, not the best, but they're okay. They're not throwaways. And the car actually does pretty well now that I've got that JX Servo in there and I've tuned the shocks. It seems to be handling a lot better, it seems to be performing a lot better, and it's a lot more fun to drive like this. So I'm enjoying it. It has its setbacks, as I said, but you know, you kind of need to value that in your own, whether or not this is something worth getting or not. But I'll cover all these facts a little bit more in detail come review time. I'm going to run it a few more times, probably even off camera, and get a bit more mileage on it, see if anything else goes wrong. But for now, I'm going to finish it here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And as always, check out the video description for more information on the DHK Zombie and where you can get one from, as well as a link to my Facebook page. I thank you all very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Alright, let's do the sweeper while I've still got some battery left. Can it hold? Not bad, but not great. Alright, let's try the other way. Not too bad. Hold. Oh, it's a little shaky. It's not terrible, but it's a little shaky. Ooh, come on. Alright, let's try one more time. Ooh, I think those springs are just, oh my god, those springs on these shocks are just so hard that when you do stiffen it up with some thicker shock oil, coming around bends like this, you go up on two wheels. It's just not allowing the car to really sink in all that much. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. I might try slightly softer shock oil, maybe. Maybe I'll take the 3000 out of the rear and put the front shocks in the rear. So 2000 in the rear, and maybe go 1000 or 1500 or something like that in the front, and see if that helps it. I'm just scared it might make it too bouncy, whilst now it's a little bit, just feels like it's a bit too stiff. Oh, but you see, I'm getting the hang of it. It went around there pretty quick. Alright, let's do one more time. Alright, that was not too bad. We have a dog. We have a dog. We have a dog. He's curious. He's curious. Alright, let's pack it up.